Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, I'm your everyday addict, and we are here to talk about new shit that I got. I ordered the Tarte Custom Face Kit for the $63 plus free shipping. It retails for $63 and the full price originally would be $250 plus for the included value. You get 5 full-size items plus a bitchin' ass makeup bag of your choice. And it's basically for people who have never really used their brand and utilized the products. And it's a great way to test these things. Now, all the products I'm about to show you, I have never used before. I've probably swatched them or something at one point in Ulta before, we weren't allowed to anymore. I was very interested in the products that I did pick, and you will see why. Now, forewarning, this is the general idea of my final look. However, I forgot to film my intro. I finished filming, I did my daylight shots, and I put everything away, and that was that. It wasn't until a couple of days ago when I was editing my video that I realized there was no intro. So here we are, 2 days later, recording it because I fucking suck. But that being said, here's the kit, here's the shit. Let's get to it. Okay, so unfortunately for both of us, my camera didn't actually record any of me actually unboxing this. So I already have everything open and out of the boxes, and I apologize that you're missing that, but I will still run through everything that I ended up getting in my Tarte Custom Kit. I will just show you the items. I don't think the boxes are that important anyways, but if that truly does upset you, go ahead and drop a comment. I won't be offended. So the foundation that I chose was the FaceTape foundation. It comes in a nice little pump. The reason why I got this is because I am very fair, and this was the only foundation that had a shade range that could accommodate me. They have 50 shades in this foundation range, and they actually have porcelain sand, which is 8S, and that is the fairest neutral shade. 8B, which is porcelain beige, is way too pink on me and way too orange. And the last time I ended up ordering a custom kit from them, that was the foundation that I got, and it gave me the, what's the word I'm looking for? It turned me orange. I looked like an Oompa Loompa. It was not a good time. I couldn't blend it out, even with like setting powders and tinted powders, like nothing helped. So I ended up passing it on to Mercari. I ended up selling it probably, I don't know how long it was after I got it, but I finally like surrendered to the idea that that was not my shade and there was like nothing I could do about it. So I will be interested to see if this ends up actually being better. The next portion of that ended up being a facial product, and unlike last time, they did not offer, they offered like a variety of powder products, and I grabbed the Amazonian Clay Smooth Operator. This comes with 8.5 grams. I've panned this. It's gone. They did not offer the setting powder this time around. So I actually grabbed one of their Amazonian Clay blushes. And this is the shade Exposed. I am interested to see how this looks. It's like a nudie pinky peach. Now in the next portion, I want to say that it was eyes that they offered, and they were offering things like their clay pot eyeliners, which I do have one of those. They were offering some of their palettes, but none of that I was really interested in. So I ended up grabbing their Busy Gal Brow, and they actually had the shade Ash Blonde. So I'm going to be curious if this is actually Ash Blonde, because obviously my hair is like very light. My eyebrows are non-existent. So we will take a look, compare this to ABH and Benefit, because I have ABH in blonde and I have Benefit in blonde. So yes, they are over there. I'm going to see if this is any good. The next one that they offered was their mascaras. I grabbed the Maneater one. I may have regretted this decision. We will see. This is the brush that it has. It's one of the like spiky tipped ones. But I started using my MAC Extra Dimension mascara. I started using that recently, and I actually ended up really liking I don't know if it was the formula or the brushes, but I like it, despite the fact that it like stabs me in my eyelids, but I like it. So we will see if this is actually a decent formula or not. The next thing they were offering a brush. It's very, very, very soft. Like I'm sitting here just, I like this. It really reminds me of my e.l.f., except obviously my e.l.f. is a bit bigger, but shape-wise, they kind of look similar, except the Tarte is round and the e.l.f. has more of a oblong shape. So we will see if this was actually a good decision or not. The last thing they were offering besides the bag was lips, and I ended up with this guy. This is their Glide and Go Buttery Lipstick in the shade Melon Punch, and I'm very upset about this. It's cardboard, but that's the shade. I'm not digging that cardboard. I'm kind of irritated by that. And last but not least, the bag. I, of course, being me, I got the snake skin. My only disappointment is that this is smaller than my other bag that I have by them. They came with, I think they always offer makeup bags, but the last makeup bag that I got is definitely wider and it's definitely taller. I might end up storing my lippies or something in this. This is cute, not really functional. Probably will sit in my makeup room with like my lippies or something. Oh well. Okay, first we are going to go in with primer, which is, I'm just gonna use the Benefit Porefessional. It's easy, it's quick. I want to get rid of this. I'm not a fan of it. So this is just going to go all over my face, and I'm trying to pan this as quickly as possible. So I'm going to do my Beauty Blender on my right side, and I'm going to use a brush on my left side. Now, just so you guys know, this is claiming to be a full coverage, flawless, natural matte finish with infinite likes. Okay, and this is the shade 8S in Porcelain Sand. So I will pop in a few comparison pics after I get done with my foundation to show you, compared to some of my other foundations that I have, what exactly this looks like. What is it with me and pumps? There we go. I should have done one pump. So I'm going to cheat. I forgot that this is only going on half of my face. Yeah, that's fair. Wish me luck. Ooh, I think that this is gonna match. It's a little on the yellow side. Ooh, it's very yellow. She's full coverage. She is very yellow. Nice. I am very happy about this. She very yellow. Let's hope this doesn't oxidize on me. Then we'll be in for a bad time. Now let's see how this brush does. It is a little streaky. Is it still matching? It is awesome. Since I am using a full coverage, I'm going to use my Jeffree Star concealer in C2 and just really make myself a mask. This isn't actually as full coverage as I was expecting. I was expecting this to be a lot heavier than what it is. My Maybelline Dream Urban Cover is the definition of full coverage. Like, that shit will hide fucking everything. I love that foundation. I'm not This is looking okay. I'm actually more excited about the fact that this matches me than anything. Let's see if I can get a little bit more right there without this going bad. So I just did that. There we go. I am hoping that this is hiding everything for you guys as well as it is hiding everything for me. So now it is the moment of truth for the powder brush. I am going to go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte. This is actually one of my favorite setting powders. It's not my favorite though. Smooth Operator is definitely my favorite. Right up there with Laura Mercier. This kind of oxidizes on me occasionally. You know what? We're going with my Hourglass. I will make this work. This is a very loose brush. This is not firm. This is advertised, by the way, as a powder brush, so do not think that you can do your foundation with this because you absolutely probably cannot. This is far too flimsy. And this is not doing me any favors with my Hourglass. Damn it, it's too small. I really don't want to use this, but I don't have any setting powders. I wonder if I can get into my Smooth Operator. We're gonna try. I don't have any setting powders that are pure white. Oh, that actually worked very well. Now I am literally panning this. This will hide your pores, everything. It's why I like using it. This brush smells very weird. It has that perfumey manufactured smell. I hope that that makes sense. So my Amazonian powder is obviously a loose powder. And I feel like it works better with loose powders than it does pressed powders, because I could feel some resistance when I was using this after I dipped into my Rimmel, and I didn't feel that type of resistance when I was using the Smooth Operator. So I'm wondering if, because this is such a dense but loose brush, if you will have better luck using it with your looser powders, your looser setting powders, as opposed to your pressed powders. I do like this. This is nice. I'm gonna have to go over everything again just to make sure, because I don't want my bronzer or anything sitting on top of my foundation. I need powder there. Are we still matching? It looks like it to me. That is fantastic. Thank you, Tarte. Now, my question is, do you have deeper skin tones in this foundation? Because I know that you guys have a measly fucking 12 on everything else. You know what? We're going to do blush first. Usually I do my bronzer first, but because this is such a new color to me, I do not want to risk really screwing this up. And if I do too much, I want to be able to hide this with bronzer. Ooh, I'm very afraid. People have been telling me to buy nudie pinks because of me being so fair. And they were talking about the new Clinique Nude Pop blushes and how great it would look on my skin tone because I'm so fair. And I've like been scoffing at them because everything just makes me look like I'm red. This actually looks very, very pretty and very, very natural. This is not very super, super heavily pigmented, but I think you can build it up and that's perfectly fine. I'm probably risking a lot by going back in a second time, but I like this. That's nice. I'm very pleased with that color. Now, the next thing that I am going to do, which I usually do this after I do my eyeshadow, but I want to try it right now, this is the Busy Gal Brows in the shade Ash Blonde. And I want to compare Tarte's Ash Blonde to ABH's Dip Brow Gel and to Benefit's Give Me Brow. I want to see how similar they are. This is the Tarte in Ash Blonde, which actually looks more brown. This is the ABH, and this is the Benefit Give Me Brow in shade 1, which if I'm not mistaken is their version of blonde. I know that looks like mud. I am running very low on my Benefit, which is probably why it looks like that. The Tarte Busy Gal Brows looks more warmer and redder to me. So we will see how this goes, considering that my NYX Micro Eye Pencil is in the shade Blonde, and it is actually blonde. And here is a swatch of that so that you understand my concern. Remember, the Busy Gal Brow is the top one. And this is my brow pen. So, wish me luck. I have now filled in my brows to the best of my amateur ability. And I'm very nervous about this. Oh my gosh. This is bad. I mean, I like how small the wand is, but this color. Let me see if I can comb these out and make this look better. Okay. I like this. I don't like this. See, I rely on the spoolie portion of my Benefit and my Anastasia to comb them in the direction that I need it. And while I appreciate how small that is, I think this is the best that they're gonna get. Awesome. I am back. Since I didn't order anything from Tarte as far as eyeshadows go, I decided to just do my eyeshadow off camera really quick so we can get to mascara and lips. I used the Viseart Petite Pro 5 Soleil. This is the color story. I'm going to try to pop everything up somewhere in here so that if my product shots are trash, you can fucking see what I'm talking about. So as I was doing my eyeshadow, I noticed that this foundation is not doing too fantastic. It is starting to settle into all of like my fine lines, kind of like the AOA Studio foundation that I was using. That actually didn't end up being bad because it was the Tatcha. Like every time like I'm like looking at myself in the mirror and I'm making like an expression, I can totally see where the foundation has started to settle, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's my primer, I don't know if it's the powder, or if it's like the lack of powder, like the lack of good powder that I have, because I like my Rimmel Stay Matte, don't get me wrong, but my Tarte Amazonian Smooth Operator is like 10 times better, and I know that. Now, onto mascara. I wish that I would have waited like 3 or 4 days or a week to record this because I fucking hate brand new mascara. It is the worst to fucking use. Okay, so far so good. It's not stabbing me. Obviously, it is very wet. I have to fix this. This is not fixable. That ain't cute. That is the best that eye is going to get. I'm done messing with it. Fantastic. This one did the same exact thing. I can handle that. That looks better than what it did. I don't like how up here it's doing the extension thing. I hate that. Moment of truth, lower lash line. I absolutely hate with my mascara gives me spider lashes. Okay, I see you, Tarte. I see you. We're good. Kinda. Oops. I need to give it time to dry out. I don't know if I like it or not. On to the last part. It is the Tarte. This is the Glide and Go Buttery Smooth lipstick. And this is the shade Melon Punch. In a cardboard container, which I cannot stand. It is breaking apart on my nose. Ooh. Let's give this a go. Oh. Joke's on me. It is very slick. It's very... It tastes like, almost like peppermint. It smells like... It smells like peppermint. Like it has that mentholy smell. It's not overwhelming, but I can almost taste it. I wonder if it's like supposed to be having like lip plumping properties. Ooh, that's not good. I hope you guys can see that crack. I wanted to show you guys the foundation in natural light. And this is the completed look in natural light. So, is this worth $63? In my opinion, if you have never tried Tarte before, I absolutely think that it is. The only problem is that this is like a full face, but it's not. Like, I like the fact that they let you pick a foundation. There was options for concealers, but I feel like they need to split these categories up a little bit better. Like foundation, concealer, powder, eyes. And I guess the only downside to that is that with the eyes, you could either get a palette, mascara, brow stuff. Do you see what I mean? So I feel like they need to separate it up a little bit differently. I just don't understand how I ended up with brows and mascara. Like I feel like brows and mascara should be in the same category. But besides the fact of how they set everything up, I'm not sure how I feel about this yet. I need to give this a couple more shots. This is definitely going to be in my rotation more often. I'm not into super full coverage right now because of it being summer and it being hot here in Michigan. And so that is probably going to be set aside on and off for the next couple of months. I will get into it and I will keep trying it just to see how it is. The blush, I absolutely love it. I am so glad that I decided to get a blush instead of something else. Now, the other problem that I had with the selections was that they included Sugar Rush, which is like their childish brand in my opinion, and I don't find that their stuff to be very quality. I was in Ulta 5-6 months ago swatching some bronzers, and I swatched the Sugar Rush highlighter by chance too, and I had a palm full of glitter. Like, there's no quality about Sugar Rush stuff in my opinion. So the fact that Tarte was offering the cheaper version of their own brand with the custom kit kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Now, I do think that this brush was a very good purchase. I do like the shape of it. I do like how soft it is. I do like how much give and fluff it has. I don't think I have a brush like this in my collection. I could probably use this for more than just powder. I don't think I could set my under eyes with it, and I really do wish that I had something that I could, because my paddle brush, I just feel like my paddle brush is a bit too aggressive, and I feel like that's part of the reason why I'm panning my Hourglass Ambient lighting so quick. So this was definitely worth the money. The only downside to this brush is this. I don't like that. Why is there a seam? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it just bothers me that this isn't seamless. So that's a petty complaint, but it does bother me. Now, the Busy Gal brows, I don't know if maybe this was like the wrong color for me and I shouldn't have gotten ash blonde, but like, I know that I lean more red than I do blonde, but usually if you can't tell, sometimes everything casts a little bit too warm on me. So I do like going with like the dirtier colors because otherwise I end up with orange brows that don't match my hair. Granted, I know that they're not supposed to match exactly, but I don't like having red blonde. It just doesn't make any sense. And depending on the lighting, depends on what color my hair looks like. So for my brows to be a completely different tone than my hair, it looks terrible in my opinion. So I think that I will end up trying to pan this and just try to find a way to make this work. I might end up trying to use this with one of my other brushes or buying my own spoolie and seeing if I can get it to work that way, because this itty bitty tiny spoolie, while it seems like a good idea, it just doesn't give you enough control over your brows, and you have to go back in with your own spoolie or a bigger spoolie on another brow product to get your brows exactly where you want them, and I'm not a fan of that. As I said about this mascara, this is the Tarte Maneater mascara. I'm not sure about it. I have to let it dry out. Brand new mascaras are the worst for me. They just are. They're super wet. You can't really get a good feel for how they're going to perform for like 3, 4, 5 days. I don't like very wet mascaras, and like once they dry out, they work a lot better for me. I had the Urban Decay Perversion mascara, and the same thing happened to me. I bought it brand new. I hated it. I hated it for like a good 3 months. Okay, it wasn't 3 months. It was probably like a week and a half. I just hated it. I was on my way out the door one day. I decided to use it really quick, and I was like, oh my God, I love this. Why did I hate this? And then I remembered I let it dry out. So I'm going to come back to this in probably about a week and a half, see where it goes, see if it works better, and I'll probably end up updating somewhere at my Instagram. This was absolutely not worth the money. This is cardboard. And considering how much this is full price, that's bullshit. This is a fucking, I had that upside down. This is a fucking full-size product, and this is fucking cardboard, and you're making me pay how much for this? No, absolutely fucking not. I mean, I can squeeze this. No, we're not. It's 2020, okay? Just stop. Give us real packaging, please. And of course, we have the bag. So, I mean, I like it. It feels very nice. It does feel very luxe. I know it's not real snake skin, but I do like the way that it feels. I mean, I do feel like I can fit a lot of things in here, and I might end up switching out my lippies into this bag just because of the shape. It has a little bit more form than the current bag that I'm using. This is actually the bag from Smoky Glow and Midas Cosmetics. I bought the palette on pre-order. They gave us this free gift for all of us waiting for so long. So I currently have my lippies in this, but I will probably end up moving them into this bag because this doesn't have as much form as this does, and I do like that. My other black Tarte bag that I got with the custom kit last year has form as well. Granted, I don't think it can do this because it's like thinner, but this is a quality bag in my opinion. So the total amount of money that I would have spent if I would have purchased these individually, and of course this is like without sales, without any points, without cashing anything in. Do I think it was worth the $63? I'm not quite sure. I'll have to come back to this because there's just too many variables right now that I don't know if I like this mascara until it dries out. I don't know if this foundation is like the best thing right now. I mean, it's okay. The brow product was fine. I loved the blush and I loved the brush. So basically, if you look at me loving the blush and me loving the brush, were those worth $63? I don't know. Not to mention the fact that this lippy came in cardboard packaging. And like, even as I'm sitting here talking, finishing this outro, it's coming off. Like, it's like fading. So this might have been a bust, but I will give an update at the end of the month with all of the products that I have tried and my decision on them. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and don't forget, take care of yourself.